this session may be right for you. All right, welcome. AM Bendy session. This is Nafsi Yoga. We're going to start seated. So have a nice comfortable seat on your mat or yoga space. And you can also sit on the edge of a blanket if you need to lift the hips up just a little bit. And a blanket or a block works well. And it depends on the type of postures we're doing, but early on, this is not the worst idea in the world, especially if you have tight hips, not the best knees in the world. Let's get into our breath. As we roll out of bed, let's get into the breath first and foremost. We're breathing in and out through the nose, trying to fill up the lungs. And as you exhale, push a little more air out than from what you would normally do. And we start clearing the mind. We always try to do this. It doesn't always work in the West, but try to do away with what comes after our session. Just be here and now. A few more breaths. And from here, go ahead and bring your knees up and hug your knees into the chest. Arms can be wrapped around. You can even have your arms underneath, behind your knees. But if you can wrap them around, that's great. Trying to keep the torso nice and tall. So we lift the heart up and forward, squeeze the legs into the lower abdominal organs. And our breath, a little restricted, but continue. Your Ujjayi pranayama breath. Nice deep inhalations. Nice, couple of more. Last one in. And from here, extend the legs out. An easy seated twist. We'll take it to the right. And yeah, I'm trying to keep the torso nice and tall as we twist and look over the right shoulder. Little tight this morning. And we come back to center and we twist the other direction. I'm going to the left, looking over the left shoulder. And we don't want to slump here. So as I said, try to keep the torso tall. And come back to center. Nice. Cobbler's pose. Go ahead and bend your legs again. Bring the soles of the feet together and drop the knees to the side. You can hold on to your feet here or your big piece fingers to your big toes if you need to. Remember your variations here, folks. You can do this against the wall if you'd like. And some of you I know are practice Ashtanga folks, so you're more than welcome to lean forward, taking your forehead to your feet. So that's absolutely groovy here. We're trying to get the outer part of the knees closer to the mat. You can use your elbows for that, but don't push it too much. We're just now waking up here, so we're going to ease into this. So use your breath, please. In other words, as you exhale, and we might move a little deeper into our process. Maybe the knees go out a little more. Maybe your torso comes down a little closer. Tie it in with the breath. Nice. A couple of more here. And having elevated hips tends to help out quite nicely depending on how your hips are this morning. And on your next inhale, if you're leaning forward, go ahead and bring it up, please. Extend the legs out. Shake the legs out, please. Right. I'm going to come off of the blanket here because we are coming back for a pigeon pose, but a variation of pigeon. So nice and easy. Go ahead and lie on your back. Legs are bent, feet are flat on the mat. We'll start with the left foot over the right knee. Now, this is your first variation here. The left hand can go on the inside of the left knee and add just a little bit of outward pressure. That's variation number one. And yeah, we're still going into the hips. Lots of hip work today. Number two, variation number two, you can thread the needle, reach behind your right thigh. and lift the right foot off the mat. Now, the closer you can bring that right knee and left foot to you, you'll feel it in that left hip. Variation number 3, extend the leg, reach over the leg to grab the calf and do the same thing. Now, you're still working hip, but you're also working hamstring a bit more now when you extend the leg. So, whichever variation is going to work for you this morning, use your breath. And as always, with the exhale, bring it in just a little bit. I'll stick with variation number 2. For those of you with pre-existing hip issues, it's not a big deal. That foot can stay on the mat and just add a little bit of outward pressure. Each variation takes it a little deeper into that hip, as you no doubt feel. Give me one more breath in, and with your exhale, release, recover, other side. All right, remember the variations on this one, please. I'll stick to the very first one. So I'm going to take my right hand on the inside of the right knee and just push outward pressure just a bit. That's it. Deep inhalations. Find yourself right where you are with your breath. Groovy. You can go a little deeper at any of the variations. You go by the breath though. Nice. All right, one more breath in. And recover. Ooh, go ahead and shake the legs out, please. Oh, nice. Shake the legs out. Arms can come overhead. Full body stretch. I know you did this right before you got out of bed. Give it one more go. Works. And recover. Arms, sides. Go ahead and bend your legs. Feet are flat. Roll to the right. We're coming up to all fours. Actually, we're coming up to a low lunge. So we're going to start this lunge with our left foot, left leg. Remember, if you're on hard floor or something unsatisfying to that right knee, use a blanket or a towel, please, underneath that right knee. Make sure the left ankle slightly in front of the left knee. And if you're losing your balance, heel toe that left foot off to the side. All right, initially, hands are on that left knee, and let's take a nice easy lunge forward. That's it. We're moving forward, and I know we're going back into that left hip, mainly via the hamstrings there and the right quadricep here. Good. Now that we've got a lunge, make sure the left knee doesn't move beyond the left ankle. Pull the shoulders back, give me a small back bend. That's it. So we start with shoulders. Our drishti comes up naturally here. Don't drop the head back. We're more or less lifting the heart. Feel the chest really open up nicely with the inhale. And recover from the back bend. Give me a small twist. So the right hand on the left knee, left hand, left hip, twist to the left. Hip work, spinal twist work, great way to start the day. Nice. One more breath in. And come back to center. Bring your hands down on the inside of the left foot. Now, if you're unable to bring the hands all the way to the mat, you can bring it to a block, pillows, phone books, anything if you cannot reach. The lower you get your torso, the deeper into that left hip you go. We're only here for a few breaths. Another option, roll onto the outer edge of the left foot. You can see the bottom of your left foot. Another option is to lift the right knee off the mat by coming onto the right toes and lifting the right knee up. A lot of multitasking you can do. We'll leave it optional for you there. Don't forget about the breath. Nice. And if you're really low to the mat, go ahead and bring yourself up. The left foot is flat. Shift the hips back. Flex the left foot and bring your torso over the left leg. If you can kiss the knee, that's great. Most of us probably won't. That's not going to happen for some of us, though. But you're going to feel it, hamstring, behind the knee, the calf, everything on that left leg. Nice. Last breath in. And recover. Let's switch legs. Nice and easy. That right foot forward. And when I say keep the right ankle in front of the right knee, here's what I don't want. I don't want the right knee to come in front of the right ankle during our lunge. Let's try to keep our alignment here. All right. Torso's tall, hands on top of the right knee, and a lunge. We lean the pelvis forward and down. That's it. So I'm exerting that pressure to bring the pelvis forward and down. Hold here for a couple of breaths. And of course, if you're losing your balance, take the foot over to the right. It should help. Wonderful. Now roll the shoulders up, back, and down. That's it. Feel the heart lift towards the ceiling. That's what we're talking about. Wonderful work there. Lifting the heart, feeling the compression in the low back, but we still have the pelvis coming forward and down as we ease into this somewhat tighter position. Groovy. Last inhale. Next inhale, bring the torso up. Let's go for a twist. My left hand's on the right knee, right hand's on the right hip, and we're twisting to the right. Looking over the right shoulder. That's it. If you start to lose your balance here, move your hands where you need to. And back to center. Woo. Let's take the hands on the inside now of the right foot. Remember your options. You can hang right here with arms extended. Come down to your forearms or start to bend the arms. And you'll feel it as you bring the torso lower. Roll onto the outer edge of the right foot. And of course, you can come onto your left toes and bring your left knee up. Now, I'm giving all these options. They're not going to work for everybody. So pick and choose. Go where you're feeling halfway decent today. Keep the breath in check here, please. Nice. Yeah, I'm feeling it in the right hip, into the hamstrings, halfway up the leg here. I'm not tinkering too much beyond that for right now. Nice. One more breath in. And if your torso is low, go ahead and bring the torso up, extending your arms, and then shift the hips back. Lengthen the front leg, flex the right foot. Now, immediately, you're going to feel it on the leg. Go a little further. Bring the torso down. If we keep this up, we'll have our mouth over our knee in no time. Okay, sounded better when I had it in my head, but you guys know what I mean. Leaning forward, feeling the stretch in the hamstring, behind the knee, the calf. And if you're not coming down all that far, don't sweat it. As long as you feel it, that's what we're gunning for. Groovy. Last breath in. And on your next inhale, recover. We're going to lie down on our stomachs for Crazy Cobra. So lying down from where you're at, big toes together, feet are flat on the mat, extend the arms out, 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock, roughly 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock. Chin is on the mat. All right. Press your hands down, lift chin and chest. That's it. But we're keeping the feet, top of the feet flat on the mat. Keep your head neutral. but we're lifting chin and chest up. The arms are extended. Elbows are off the mat. That's it. Crazy cobra. Hips, yeah, they're like mine. They're cinched tight. Inhale. Exhale, release chin to mat. Slide the hands in a few inches, please. About 3 or 4 inches. Press down, press up. We should be up a little higher now. So remember, I want you to extend the arms. Keep your head neutral. You don't necessarily have to look up. That's just scrunching the back of the neck there. We don't need to do that. And you'll notice you don't have to scrunch, tighten the hips. You can keep them relaxed per se. A lot of this is happening. Most of this is happening from the shoulders and upper back and chest. What am I missing here? All right, inhale. Exhale, recover. Slowly, we have one more to do. So slide your hands in another couple of inches. Those those, I believe. Elbows are bending a bit here. This is our tallest one yet. Press down, lift up. Nice. That's it. That's it. So this is all about your lower back if you haven't already worked that out. Deep breaths. One more breath in and recover. Just nice and slow. Once your chin comes to the mat, let's make our way to child's pose. So I'm going to press up to all fours, big toes together. Take your knees apart if you need to here and press your hips towards the heels. You can fold the arms. This is the resting posture in child's pose. Don't sweat it if the hips aren't touching the heels. And if you can't bring your head all the way to your arms, no problem. We're here for 3 breaths. Should feel pretty good now. Getting the knees bent yet again. Elongating the lower back. Actually, we're lengthening the whole of the back. Awesome. Last breath in. Here we go. We're going to try this one. We're going to inhale all the way up onto our knees. Arms come overhead with the inhale. Inhaling the whole way. And with the exhale, forward fold. Bring the forehead all the way to the mat. Nice and easy. Inhale. Pull the core in. Yeah, it's the core work. Core work. We're lifting. Exhale, forward fold. If you need support lifting up, inhale. Hands can come on top of the knees. And then sweep the arms up. Small back bend at the top. Exhale. Hands come down to the top of the legs again as your hips shift back. Forehead comes down to the mat. That's a variation. Inhale, lift. Exhale, forward fold. One more, folks. One more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, forward fold. And exhaling the whole way. And hang out in child's pose. Feel free to bring your arms back in front, resting your head on your arms. We're here for 3 breaths. Last breath in. And recover. Let's come up to all fours. Downward facing dog. We've got 2. First one, let's just work on our core, shall we? So from all fours, come underneath your toes, lift your knees off the mat, just a couple of inches. Hold here. Arms are long, shoulders are working, core, your stomach is in. Now lift the tailbone up just a little bit towards the ceiling. Nice. Yeah, you're on your toes, so you're working the arches of the feet. Got everything going on. We're looking good. And from here, press up to downward facing dog. Extend the legs, heels come down. Go ahead and walk it out a couple of times, please. Lifting one heel, lowering the other. Nice. All right, from here, give me a deep inhale. And with your exhale, hop, step, or float your feet to the front, come up halfway. Give me a flat back here. So the legs are long. If you need a slight bend in them to protect the hamstrings, and that's fine. Shoulders are away from the ears. Inhale. Exhale, slide the hands down the legs, reaching towards the mat, and roll up slowly. So go ahead and bend the knees here as much as you need to as you roll up. Once you get to zero, hands on hips, another back bend, please. Small one as we lift the heart, shoulders roll back, and bring it up to neutral and Tadasana. Okay, from Tadasana, breath and movement. Let's try some breath and movement for our forward folds. Inhale, arms come up. Inhaling the whole way, yet again. Exhale, swan dive forward, keep the knees soft. Nice. Halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, reach up and extend all the way. Exhale, forward fold. Come up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, reach up and extend. Last one. Exhale, forward fold. Come up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, reach up and extend. Exhale your arms to the sides. Tree pose. That's it. Balance. Remember, you can always use a wall, chair, whatever you need to at this point. Let's start balancing on the left leg. I'll start off in phase one, as I like to call it. So phase one, my right toes are on the mat. My right ankle is above, not on the left ankle. So we're going for a 90-degree here for that right knee. Hands start at heart center. Phase two, foot comes up maybe halfway. Phase three, you can bring that heel up and press it into the opposite thigh here. So we'll bring the heel up as high as we can. So wherever you're comfortable today, hands usually start off at heart center. Then at that point, you can grow your limbs however you feel. Ooh. Falling out is not a problem. Just make sure you find a way to come back in. So your arms, it's up to you how you want to grow your limbs. You can keep them at heart center. Check the breath. Make sure we're standing nice and tall. Last breath in. And recover. Let's try the other side. Grounding down on the right leg. That left foot goes to phase one or phase two. Let's see if I can bring my leg up a little higher this morning. So if your foot is high as you can get it on your thigh and it slides down a bit, that's fine. Maintain everything else that you can. Breath. Core is in. If you need to go further with this posture, feel free to take your gaze, your drishti up slightly. Maybe start a small back bend. It's absolutely fine if you want to go further with this. Keep the breath in check. Do not hold your breath. Last breath in and recover. Nice. From Tadasana. One last time, folks. From Tadasana, we take a quick scan of the body, head to toes to see how we're doing right now. Inhale, bring the arms up all the way. Nice deep inhale, small back bend at the top. Exhale, forward fold. That's it. Sweep the arms down, bend the knees as necessary. Come up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, reach up, extend. Palms come together. Exhale, the breath as the hands come down. Pass your third eye to your heart center. Our day is ready. From your mat to your world, remember always to remain kind. Remain gentle. And always remember to stay fearless. Thank you, folks, for a great session this morning. Thank you, and namaste.